49ers Cal High Sports is presented by U.S. Bank. Life keeps moving. We're here for every step. U.S. Bank member, FDIC.
Next on a very special 49ers Cal High Sports presented by U.S. Bank, we have our 15-year anniversary look back at the McClymonds Warriors' perfect basketball season.
And we will feature some of the best games from the 2023 year. This is the special year-end edition of 49ers Cal High Sports presented by U.S. Bank.
Happy New Year to everyone and welcome to 49ers Cal High Sports presented by U.S. Bank. I'm Robert Brownstein.
And I'm Aubrey Tolliver. Tonight we have a very special show for you. We relive some of the great games we have covered over the past year.
That's right, but first, a look back at one of the greatest teams in Bay Area sports history. 15 years ago, the McClymonds Warriors put together the perfect season. This made history through hard work, some hard times, and the bond created through overcoming life in West Oakland. The 2007 state title game was a huge disappointment for the McClymonds Warriors, a team out of West Oakland, California. The team lost, and it wasn't close. The Warriors wanted nothing more than to return to state the next season and win it all. But that summer, tragedy struck the McClymonds family.
Prior to that 2008 season, my daughter committed suicide and took my grandbaby with her.
Yolo County authorities say they are investigating the death of a 35-year-old mother and her 9-year-old daughter as a murder-suicide. Kaja Taylor and her daughter were killed late last night after their car was hit by a Union Pacific train in Davis.
You know, when that happened, I probably wouldn't have coached, you know, because I was in a dark place, you know. I was around here drinking and
didn't know if he was going to be the same. Me personally, I didn't know if it was going to be the same Coach Mo.
You know, I was just going crazy, and a lot of it was my grandbaby.
And he was a father figure to all of us. And we weren't his flesh and blood, but we were close to it. But then when he loses his flesh and blood, it's a lot different.
I had got custody of her because she had tried to do something in Sacramento and include my granddaughter. And they had given me custody of my granddaughter, and she had stayed here with me for 6 months.
And so we didn't know what Coach Mo we were going to get.
But the thing that kind of comforted me some was that she had gave my granddaughter a sedative so that she wouldn't know what was happening. And say when she pulled her car on the tracks, it was just to the point where the train wouldn't be able to stop.
First I heard of that, I mean, that was definitely hard for me and the boys, especially with that being like our senior year and everything. And like Coach Mo was definitely like a father to all of us.
Here's the fuel to this whole program, right? To this whole community, really. Everybody knows Coach Mo. Everybody responds to Coach Mo. There's people in the stands that won't do certain things because Coach Mo is there.
When something like that happened, especially as a kid, we were 16, 17-year-olds, you don't really know what to say to a grown-up at that point. You know what I mean? All you could do was try to be there for him. So we called him, said what we could say, you know.
What I really remember is our team coming together in the Plaza of Peace, and it was just like, that moment right there, I knew like those were all my brothers and we were Coach Mo's sons pretty much, and everybody had the same feeling, like everybody was just heard.
There's people when he drive on campus, he don't even play for him. They don't even play sports. They won't do certain things because Coach Mo is there. They won't cuss class because Coach Mo is there. So the leader of our school and our community is facing this tragedy. So we all were just kind of lost, to be honest with you, and we were nervous, like we need him back.
All you could do was try to be there for him, so we called him, said what we could say, you know. I don't know if it really moved him at that particular time, you know, but I know he's telling us looking back on it, it really helped him. And then third was like, are we going to have a coach?
When it happened with his family, because he had already been through tragedy with his wife, right? And the guy's the pillar of strength, right? He's the pillar of strength. He doesn't let people see his emotions. And when I talked to him personally, I heard his emotions and I understood it.
Well, my wife died in 2003, and that was Labor Day, and we were on the freeway, and a car in front of us slammed on their brakes, and just when I seen that I could get over, somebody rear-ended us. Another car hit us, and we ended up flipping over and going over an embankment, and actually we tumbled about 4 or 5 times. And my wife died in the accident, you know. They took me to the hospital in an ambulance, but they flew her in a helicopter. And by the time I got to John Muir, they told me she was gone, you know. And so that was really hard, you know. And I didn't think I was gonna coach then, but I had to get back to coaching because I was, like I said, I was here drinking again, you know, and couldn't sleep. And every time I go to sleep, I kept seeing her mangled body, you know, and it was just like a nightmare that I was living over and over.
None of us, if you ask anybody on that team, none of us could have blamed Coach Mo if he called it quits. Because something like that, it rocks you to the core.
But we're so young, you know, now that I'm a grown man, I really understand it. But he told me, hey, I'm gonna be taking some time off. You're one of the leaders on the team, and I need you to help the team focus, right, during this conditioning time. Now, we didn't know that he was questioning on not coming back. Now I'm being older, it makes sense. You would automatically think of that. But I never believed like he was not gonna come back. But as the time went on, I started thinking, dude, Coach Mo might not come back.
He made a promise to me, and like, I mean, at this point it didn't really matter because this is like, you know, you lost some family members, right? So, but for me, he made a promise to me my 8th grade year before I even came to McClemens. He said that he would stay there and he would coach me all 4 years. And that's big, like even with like some family trauma going on like that, like for you to keep your promise to me, which he did, he stuck it out for me and the rest of my team. He wanted to finish that year.
I didn't think I was gonna coach anymore, but I got a call from Frank Otis that night, and he told me that all the kids were in the parking lot. He said, well, Coach, half of us are crying, and we are praying for you, and I know you don't want to think about it right now, but if you come back to coaches, we definitely gonna get you back to state.
How's the chicken?
Oh, the prawns are delicious.
Oh, I have a shellfish allergy.
One prawn, very good.
Did I say chicken wrong?
Tired of people not listening to what you want?
It's truffle season.
That's okay.
Never enough truffles.
How much are they?
It's a lot.
Oh, okay. I'm good. That.
It's like a priceless piece of art.
Enjoy.
Or when they sell you what they want?
Yeah.
The more we understand you, the better we can help you. That's what US Bank is for.
Huge relief.
Yeah.
Love is at the center of everything we do. That's why we were the first dairy in the U.S. to become American Humane Certified. Because the care that we pour into our cows produces better milk. Clover Sonoma, the only dairy with love in it.
Trevor was born a champion. He knows how to make lemonade from lemons. He also knows that comfort is all year round. So sometimes, when you can't make lemonade, you make hot chocolate. Today, Trevor is proud to be a service champion. He continues to care for clients year-round.
Be prepared for the colder months ahead. Call now for a $48 furnace safety inspection.
High Five Service, champion attitude. Call 800-5-CHAMPS.
Look at that. Did you miss it? There it is again. In the paint, from the logo, at the buzzer. Look at that drip. That form, those moves. Look at them. Look at this town. Look at us.
Always remain true. It's getting sucked in the mouth. You can't handle that. Bring the fight to them today. Be pissed off about it. Here comes Bosa. Bosa! Samuel again. Deebo Samuel's in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Touchdown, San Francisco.
Secure your seats at 49ers.com/tickets.
49ers Cal High Sports is brought to you by these fine companies who care about high school sports. By Service Champions, High Five Service, Champion Attitude, Service Champions. By Chick-fil-A, eat more chicken, By Mattress Firm, the official sleep partner of the San Francisco 49ers. By Mary West Credit Union, working for you today, tomorrow, together. And by Stevens Creek Chevrolet, find new roads.
Coach Mo eventually decided to come back for one final year to keep his promise to Frank Otis and try and win a state title for McClymonds and for the city of Oakland. It had been 9 years since an Oakland team had won a state title. The early season was a breeze for Mac, beating most teams by double digits. This game against Oak Grove was an 11-point win. But life is never easy in West Oakland. After a game against Grant in December, there was a shooting just outside the McClymonds gym. JV player Barry Bell was shot, an innocent bystander in a West Oakland shootout.
Somebody ran in the gym and told me, Coach Mo, they shooting outside. Barry done got shot.
She went walk my sister home. And we were just waiting there, waiting for my friend, and then all of a sudden we just heard gunshots, and then, there's a bunch of people, and out of everybody, I wasn't thinking it was gonna be me. I do remember falling, but I really don't remember getting shot.
Right here in front of this gate, none of these gates was here. So it stopped right here. I was ended up talking to forgot one of the staff. I was ended up talking to one of the staff right here, and then all I see shots ring out from here.
They were shooting down the street, and people were running back toward the gym, and he happened to get hit.
And I ended up running back to here, and then right there by the speed bump is when I fell. I ended up getting up, and then towards the end, I ended up looking down, and then a couple of young ladies ended up saying I was shot, and I ended up looking down. I see a bunch of blood just gushing down my leg.
Bullet went straight through, and the campus supervisor guy put him in his car and rushed him to Highland.
But there was just stuff going on everywhere. I know Will had lost his uncle during that year, and we were losing people, and there was like shootings every single day in that neighborhood, right? Every single day.
We had a lot of tragedy growing up in Oakland because it's a lot of gang violence and violence going on around there, period. But everybody knew that we played basketball, but that's all we was thinking how we can get out, it's by basketball.
It's no way to live, to be honest with you, man. When you're young and you're immersed in it, you don't really understand how traumatizing it is to you as a kid until you get to be an adult. Or for myself, who was fortunate to go to a school in Montana, which is a total 360, right? Where they might have had one death a year where they're from. And for us to be having 80 to 100 some homicides in 2008 alone, being top 5 in the country in violence and homicides at that time, it's traumatizing. And there's no way you should live like that, and we don't know that until we get around other people. And it's very alarming that a kid at 16 years old kind of shrugs off one death and forgets about it the next couple of days because it's the norm.
The MAC games was sacred ground. Nothing would go down at the games. And so I used to make it a point. I would have somebody from Acorn on the team, somebody from the Lower Bottoms on the team, and somebody from Ghost Town on the team. And I would always tell them, I know your friend's gonna be in your ear about don't do this, don't pass to this person, don't do this. I say, look, if y'all get caught up in that mess, you might as well turn your gear in because I'm not gonna have it, And the guys used to tell him, man, Coach Mo gonna kick me off the team.
The Oakland League was loaded that season with great teams and big-name players. This game against Oakland was one of several tight games during league play. The game was close all the way. Very late in the game, Oakland's Damian Lillard hits a very long three to tie the game at 51 all.
I start talking about basketball gods, and every weekend when I go visit my wife and granddaughter then, I would leave, I say, I'll see you next week, basketball gods, because we played Oakland High at Oakland High.
Well, first off, Dame's shot was spectacular. That guy had been shooting deep since he was 17, 18 years old. He shot that from literally two steps over half court in Quincy Hill's face. It was a great contest.
Oh yeah, Dame's shot, that was big. This crazy thing is I still see that play now on social media, and people don't even know the end result
one of the Oakland High players smoked a layup right up under the basket. And we got the ball with, I think, 3 seconds to go.
And the play was designed for me for an alley-hoop play. But for some reason, I think one of our players tripped up and we didn't end up finishing out the play and got the ball to Memo and he shot it, and it looked like from once when he let it go, it was gonna go in, but it went all the way in. Like,
I got the pass coming from half court, and then I saw DeMario wide open. I threw it to DeMario, and DeMario hits the three-pointer for the game. So shout out to Memo Sims.
So I let the game come to me, but I also was like, I'm not leaving this game without showing people what time it is. You know, to not leaving my mark.
I thought Damon Powell was gonna go up and catch it to dunk it, and had he did that, it would not count it. DeMario shot the ball, it hit nothing but net, you know. And that was another game we won that I don't understand how we won it.
Memo, it was Memo and Coach Mo. They had the genies, they had the angels over them.
Memo hits a crazy shot, which before he even went in the basket, I grabbed him. I knew it was going in, and everybody just rushed to the floor. And the backstory behind that, Memo and Dame had been talking junk on Instant Messenger, AOL, AIM, back in the sidekicks, the day of the game before. And when Dame hits the shot, in the video, they're walking past each other, and you can see Dame talking stuff to Memo and tell him, like, I told you. And Memo said, watch this. Immediately, he hits it. And a lot of people don't know that play wasn't supposed to go to Memo, but because we only had 3 seconds. But at the last minute, Mook saw Memo wide open, and Memo canned it. And it was just, after that, I just felt like there was nobody that could stop us after that.
It was one of those games where it's like, hey, dude, if I shoot the ball, I'm not gonna miss it, right? Like I was feeling like that.
I'll see you next week, basketball gods.
Ever wonder where the capital A in Chick-fil-A came from? It started with grade A, top quality chicken. But we believed everything, not just the food, should be grade A.
A is for above and beyond.
An extra level of care.
A game.
From caring for our guests in our community to cleanliness and safe service with a My Pleasure. A is for all the little things we do to bring you our best every day.
A little funky dance.
And that too.
Love is at the center of everything we do. That's why we were the first dairy in the U.S. to become American Humane Certified. Because the care that we pour into our cows produces better milk. Clover Sonoma, the only dairy with love in it.
From the beginning, AmeriWest Credit Union was created to provide a brighter financial future for you. We work hard for our members because they're our greatest strength.
AmeriWest worked for me when I needed an auto loan for my first car.
When I need to make a mobile payment, AmeriWest works for me.
AmeriWest works for me wherever adventure takes us.
AmeriWest Credit Union. Let us work for you. Today, tomorrow, together.
Jerry Rice, touchdown 49ers.
In my pursuit to greatness, I discovered the secret. Dedication to my team and my relentless drive to win. I chose to be in the presence of greatness. Bernardi Zerrata, the official injury attorneys of the San Francisco 49ers, share the same dedication, the same drive, the same spirit of champion. When justice is your goal, choose the dedicated team of Bernardi Zerrata, your faithful injury attorneys.
Be prepared for the cold weather ahead. Service Champions is offering a special $48 furnace safety inspection.
High five service, champion attitude. Call 800-5-CHAMPS.
The league season went on with McClymonds winning every game. Damon Powell thrilling the packed gyms with athletic dunks to entertain the crowds and hype up his team.
At least once or twice a game. Once or twice a game. Because he did so much on the defensive end. We had to reward him on the offensive end. And by that, being a high flyer Damon Powell was, he's going to punch that ball through the rim so crazy to get everybody out their stands. And that actually turned us up 2, 3, 4, 5 notches again on defense to go get him another dunk.
You want to come see dunk and do this and that and this and that. So I knew I'm a ticket salesman, so I just knew my role.
The road to state would once again lead to De La Salle. The Spartans and McClymans had great respect for each other. This time the teams met in the NorCal final game. The winner would go to state.
For some reason, we always meet. And it's funny because I found out I have an attorney, and one of the De La Salle players works for him. And he told me that the kid told him that that's all Frank Alaco used to talk about was McClymans and me, and they preparing for us. And I say, that's funny because we did the same thing.
We knew, man, for that week of practice, man, you have to be completely disciplined. Because Laco runs a college-style Princeton offense, back cut, everything, so you have to be completely disciplined. And I'll say it on camera right now, Coach Mo, I'm sorry, I was the one who gave up the one back door in the game.
First of all, much respect to De La Salle. Their guys are great. What I really respect about De La Salle is we used to have a summer league down in West Oakland, and Coach Laco, Frank Laco, who's a great guy, would come down and bring his team down and play every year and play. McClymans wasn't in the best of areas, right? We're in the inner city. A lot of stuff happens over there, but he brought his team down. Yeah, so we played them at Arco in the first half, if you remember, was really, really close, right? And they played us really well. And then I want to say Will had a big game. He had like 19 points and like 15 rebounds. He had a huge game. And we pulled away because we kind of sped the game up.
I remember I had a double-double. I remember I had 18 points and 10 rebounds that game. I had a couple blocks, big blocks. But I remember just how on fire everybody was. That game, I don't think I've ever felt our team together as one like it was. Everything was on a string. Everybody was on a string. Everybody was just as one in sync. And there was really nothing there was nothing De La Salle, they didn't have an answer for us that game.
07, we got there, right? So there was a lot of hype behind us, and we got really good, and I think we just landed in that moment, and it's a combination of two things. Fairfax was extremely good and was extremely comfortable being there.
The year before when we went to state, it was a terrible performance on our behalf. I think the second quarter, we didn't score a point.
The ending was almost so like we were happy to be there, you know, and we were against a great team in Fairfax, and those guys, they just put it on us, right? But in all, it showed us, you know, as MAC Warriors and our coaching staff and players that were returning that we could do something. You know, we could do something special. We made it there once, so let's try to get there again.
We all grew up together. Our families grew up together. We're all embedded with each other. So when you lose something like that, it hurts. It hurts everybody. So everywhere we went, you kind of felt it, right? People didn't say it to us, but you can kind of feel how they felt, right? Like we had let them down.
So after beating a big team like De La Salle, who has a lot of history, a lot of pride, we knew like nothing could stop us from there. So we went into the championship game pretty confident.
Dominguez, I said, fellas, look, if we just run our stuff, they're not going to be able to mess with us.
Welcome back to Arco Arena in Sacramento, California for the D1 State Championship game between Dominguez and McClymans.
You guys, this is the most prepared you guys have ever been. I'm telling you, if we just go out there and run our stuff, we're gonna beat that club.
We worked every single day with one thing in mind. It wasn't OAL, it wasn't tournaments, it wasn't NorCal. We wanted to win state and we wanted to win it convincingly.
We were just determined not to lose that game. And we came out from the jump and kind of put it on those guys and never kind of looked back.
That was strictly a business trip. Like, okay, now we're here. Right, so we beat De La Salle, and it wasn't like a celebration. It's like, what we came here for is right there. That's what it was, straight business.
You know, this was probably the biggest crowd for a state championship in the Arco, because there was over 5,000 fans there. You know, because I knew West Oakland was going to travel, and all of Oakland was pretty much there because we were representing the whole city. It was tied at the end of the first quarter. I think we were up 4 at halftime. Just running our stuff. We were switching defense. They called timeout. We're in a trapping zone. They called timeout. We go man to man. You know, we just kept making adjustments after adjustments, and they weren't ready for it.
Fourth quarter now, and Sims puts the icing on the cake. The senior guard with the hard drive and ridiculous scoop as the McClymans Warriors complete the perfect season, winning the D1 state title by the final of 73-54.
for Coach Mo, for him to lead with a state championship, it feel real good. And to be with no losses, it feel real good.
We wanted him to go out with a bang. We didn't want his last memory of us going 31-1, so we really just came out with a bang. And plus, we owe it to ourselves to go out after the loss we had to Fairfax last year in the state title.
This time it was McClymonds winning in a blowout. 32-0 to finish the season. After the game, there was celebration and sadness.
Oh, it was great, you know. They were going crazy.
Because you don't know that you're making history in the time, right? You don't know that it's going to be history. The special thing about that season was we knew we were making history. So that's what we, like that what we were facing. Like we got to a point like, hey, dude, this is history. Because old guys said, hey, this is going to be remembered forever as the season is going.
It was more than just talent. You know, it was heart. That's what our team played with. Like those were real West Oakland guys, and you know, we all had that same heart.
The most emotional time for me was they were trying to get us off the floor, and when I turned, I saw my mom. You know, and she had never been to one of my high school basketball games.
We get there, and I had the honor to carry the trophy back, right? So I got the California State trophy, and there's people going crazy. Obviously, there's people going crazy, and then we get on the bus, and all of our crowd is out there is going crazy, and we're just driving back, and everybody's on their phone, and when we land back at McClymonds, everybody that was at that game was at our high school. So the band is out there playing drums, there's people screaming, all of our classmates is there, all of our families there, and we're getting off this bus, and I still feel it, I'm like getting chill bumps, and all these people are just going crazy, there's people crying.
I would like to introduce to you the California Interscholastic Federation Division I Men's State Basketball Championship basketball team for 2007 to 2008, the McClymonds Warriors of Oakland. The McClymonds Warriors.
We went to the Capitals. All that was amazing. Like first time being around there and seeing like, we really did something with ourselves. Like
what disappointed me, Robert, was the fact that all the stuff I was doing, my wife wasn't there to see. You know, I'm getting all kind of awards when the season is over that I know she would have been proud of. She used to tell people, Dwight let me do whatever I want to do as long as I let him do his basketball. And to an extent, that was true, you know. And so then, like I say, when I started getting all these postseason awards, it was hard because she wasn't there to see what I had accomplished.
Mind you, this is the biggest tournament, biggest league of my lifetime, basically. Like, but when you guys was asking me where my mom and my dad was, and they wasn't there, so that really hit me different because, like, they had a lot of stuff going on back then, and yeah, it's like, man, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know, man.
That's tough.
Yeah, that was tough.
It was crazy, like everything leading up to the state championship. Like we get all these older McClymonds alumni coming out of, you know, everywhere, and like all our games are packed, and you know we got police escorting us to different games and to Sacramento. It was crazy. It was like living in a movie, honestly, and I don't know, just everything about it was great. Like I said, it was like a storybook ending for us.
The McClymonds team started the season not knowing if their heartbroken coach would come back for another year. In the end, the Warriors went a perfect 32-0 on the season, all with hard work, through hard times, and with the basketball gods on their side. So 15 years later, and everyone is doing great. All the people that we saw. Coach Mo has had some health problems, but he's doing very well right now, still living in the East Bay. Will Cherry is playing overseas, still playing professional basketball. Frank Otis helps troubled youth in Utah. DeMario Sims is a Santa Clara County Sheriff's deputy. And Damon Powell just bought a new home in Brentwood where he lives with his daughter and mom. So doing very well 15 years later.
And some of them are back at McClymonds.
That Barry Bell back as the head coach at McClymonds, and some people that we didn't see as part of that. Quincy Hill was one of the starters, Coach Brooks, all those guys, a huge part of that amazing season.
It was a great season. Thank you so much, Robert. Coming up, some of the top games from the 2023 year. First up, San Ramon Valley tries to topple mighty De La Salle in a thriller.
And later, Oakland battles Oakland Tech in the NorCal title game.
Be prepared for the cold weather ahead. Service Champions is offering a special $48 furnace safety inspection.
High five service, champion attitude. Call 800-5-CHAMPS.
When you sleep on the right mattress, it makes everything clear.
I know exactly where my passport is. The right mattress matters.
We'll find yours. It only happens once. It's literally in the name. It's Mattress Firm's once-a-year sale and clearance. Don't miss it. Save up to 60% on Sealy and get a free adjustable base. Mattress Firm.
1, 2, 3.
Get ready to cheer for your next new or used car at Stevens Creek Chevrolet.
Stevens Creek Chevrolet!
We're ready to make your buying experience safe and easy. Come to our dealership to see and test drive one of hundreds of great Chevrolet cars and trucks. Or you can go online to shop, order, and have your new car delivered right to your door. So get fired up for a great deal right here at
Stevens Creek Chevrolet!
I'm Nancy Lambert, the director of the Schwab Learning Center at CHC. In a world where every second counts, education doesn't have to be a struggle. At the Schwab Learning Center, our learning specialists work one-on-one with high school and college students with ADHD, dyslexia, and other learning differences. We work with you to understand your learning and attention strengths and challenges. We help you develop strategies that optimize the way you learn. Discover the power of personalized learning that empowers students to excel. Your success is our mission.
He's got nothing but the field in front of him. He's at the 30, the 20, 10, 5, touchdown! Touchdown celebration! Touchdown celebration! From coast to coast, yeah, you know our name. We're gonna be Saturday's heroes. We are the ones that you love, the ones you love to hate. We're gonna be Saturday's heroes. No, this ain't New York, this ain't LA. We're gonna be Saturday's heroes. We are black and blue, we are San Jose. We're gonna be Saturday's heroes.
49ers Cal High Sports is brought to you by these fine companies who care about high school sports. By Lexus of Stevens Creek, taking care of our guests one at a time. By DGDG.com, where we want you to be a happy car buyer. By Schwab Learning Center, your success is our mission. By the Riken Center, got goals? And by Sharks Ice, official practice facility of the San Jose Sharks and home of the San Jose Barracuda.
We are South City, and you're watching 49er Cal High Sports, presented by US Bank.
We are back at the NBC Sports Studio here at Levi Stadium with a highly anticipated game from this past football season. The San Ramon Valley Wolves came into the game 6-0 on the year and feeling like they had a good chance against De La Salle.
Yeah, so much great talent on the field that night. The Spartans came into the game on a 4-game win streak and long winning streak against NCS teams. The game played on October 13th at San Ramon Valley.
The last time the De La Salle Spartans lost to an NCS opponent was back in 1991, losing to Pittsburgh in the NCS D1 title game. The last time they lost a league game, 1989. Since then, they've won 108 consecutive league games. SRV has a chance to make history. Be on the lookout for Marco Jones. The 4-star linebacker leads the team with 78 total tackles. And if they want to shut down this De La Salle offense, they're going to have to stop Dominic Kelly. The junior already has 500 rushing yards with 5 touchdowns. Buckle up for this one. It's De La Salle and San Ramon Valley in our Crumble Cookies Game of the Week. First quarter, the Wolves tack on 3 points as Austin Shelton splits to 6, 3-0 SRV after 1. The Spartans find the end zone in the second quarter, give the rock to Derek Blanche, and the junior plows his way in for 6, PAT good. SRV tacks on another field goal to make it 7-6 Spartans at the half. Second half now, Baker bobbles the snap, picks up the rock, and just heaves a prayer. And Marco Jones makes the catch for a 21-yard touchdown. 2-point try was no good. 12-7 Wolves after 3. But this game gets very interesting. Fourth quarter, Toa Fa'ave on play action, avoids a defender, airs it out, and finds Jonathan Guerrero. He's loose! 68 yards to the house. De La Salle back on top. On SRV's next possession, the Wolves look to retake the lead, but the pass gets tipped and picked by Jaden Nicholas. Kiss him goodbye. A pick 6 for the sophomore. De La Salle would tack on another touchdown later to make it 27-12 Spartans. The Wolves are not done just yet. With over 3 minutes left in the game, Baker fires a dart to Zach Dodson for a Wolves touchdown. 27-19 Spartans. The Wolves go for an onside kick, and the onside kick works to perfection as Mitch Bruno falls on top of the rock. SRV reaches pay dirt once again as Baker finds a wide open Evan Economos for 6. SRV now trailing by 2, so they go for 2. This time the Wolves pull off some trickery off the jet sweep, and Owen Scott dives across the end zone to tie the game at 27. 9 seconds remaining in regulation. The Wolves get a chance to win this, and the kick from 36 yards out is partially blocked and no good. We're going to overtime. SRV would get the ball first in OT. They look to settle for 3, but the kick is wide right. De La Salle gets the ball, and the Spartans capitalize as Derek Blanche rumbles his way for the walk-off touchdown. Wow! De La Salle survives as the Spartans go on to beat the Wolves 33-27. This is what Blanche had to say after the game.
When it gets close like that, the only thing you can fall back on is all the dedication and hard work you put in all throughout the season, throughout the summer before this. And we know we worked way harder than any other team to just fall short like that. So we had to push it out and grind it out and get that win.
In Danville with the Crumble Cookies Game of the Week, I'm Jake Vanderbrook, 49ers Cal High Sports.
Coming up, Oakland and Oakland Tech face off for the NorCal title.
But first, here is this week's learning tip from the Schwab Learning Center.
For students with ADHD, it is important to establish a consistent routine. Create a daily schedule and routine. Consistency reduces unpredictability and increases focus. Use visual aids like digital calendars, timers, and reminders to help keep track of tasks and deadlines. Learn these tips and optimize your performance by working with a Schwab Learning Center specialist.
We are back with a huge game in the Division III NorCal basketball bracket with rivals Oakland and Oakland Tech.
Earlier in the season, Oakland won in the league title game by just 3 points, so this rematch had lots of interest and a huge crowd for the game at Laney College on March 7th.
Electric game.
A packed house here at Laney College tonight in anticipation of this NorCal final game. Number 1, Amari Muhammad leads Oakland Tech in scoring, the senior averaging 15 points a game, but this is a deep squad with lots of players contributing. Number 3 for Oakland is senior guard Money Williams, who's really come on this season. His play now getting lots of attention by D1 programs. But tonight is all about pride. The winning team will get Oakland bragging rights for a very long time in tonight's SunPower Electric game. Oakland High off to a fast start. Jamone Campbell banks home the first 3 points of the game. Later in the first, Campbell driving and dishing in the paint to Deshaun Gamble, who goes up strong, and the foul, 11-6 Ohio. Amari Muhammad trying to get his team back into this one. Really nice footwork to get free and hit the long 2-pointer. And now here's Muhammad again, driving, and look at the terrific up and under here. Oh my, that was nice. But Money Williams was working for Oakland on the alley-oop. Money. It's an 8-point Oakland lead. Late second now, and Muhammad back at work, fading away and bounces it home. Oakland High maintaining a lead throughout the first half. Gamble with another nice alley-oop pass to Money. He is so money. Late in the second now, and look at Desmond West, the 6'4 senior, working hard, leaning it in and banking it home, and one. Great effort there. Second half, Oakland Tech trying to catch up as Adarius Gates racing the length of the court and gets the bucket and one. But Oakland High starts pulling away, and this guy is a big reason why. Anthony Lacey doing great work in the paint. It's an 11-point Oakland lead. Here's Money Williams again. Mo money, mo money, mo money. Fourth quarter now, Campbell to Lacey down low, and again Lacey finishing nicely. The Wildcats on their way. Show me the money. Money Williams from deep, and Oakland High gets the elusive win, and for the first time in school history, the Wildcats are going to a state title game. The team was very happy about it. The fans were happy about it. We heard from Money Williams after the game.
Man, this win means everything, bro. Without my brothers, there's nothing happening, man. Talk to them. Let's go. We out here. Oakland, baby. Oakland. We've been putting on for Oakland our whole life. Oakland, baby. Let's go. We out here. Hey, it's more than this team. We putting on for the city, man. First year in state, man. We making history.
Coming up, a great game in girls basketball as San Ramon Valley takes on Salesian.
And girls soccer with a look back at the NorCal D1 final with St. Francis and Carondelet.
Come on, boys. Bow your heads. Dear God, we come to you to say thanks. Thank you for protecting us. Thank you for blessing us. Thank you for our community, love, and prosperity. But above all, God, help us to never forget to keep the family first. Amen.
This tiny payment thing is a giant pain.
Hi, ladies. Alex from US Bank. Can she help? How about a comprehensive point of sale system
that can track inventory, manage schedules,
and customize orders? That's what US Bank Business Essentials is for.
What about a new oven? Can US Bank help us there?
We can serve loans in as fast as 12 minutes.
That would be a big help. Huge.
Jumbo.
Ginormous.
Finding ways to make your business boom. That's what US Bank is for. We'll get there together.
Join us on the ice for the Bay Area's hottest sport. High school ice hockey leagues are forming now for the upcoming season. Be part of this fast-moving, hard-hitting, crazy, exciting game. You can join as part of your high school team or sign up to be assigned to a team. Games are played at Sharks Ice locations all around the Bay Area. Jump in anytime and join your friends on the ice. Be a part of Bay Area high school hockey. Contact Sharks Ice for more details and get into the game today.
Want to make $186,000 a year, serving a community that wants you. The San Jose Police Department is hiring. Choose from over 50 specialty assignments like K-9 officer, helicopter pilot, or crime scene investigator. If you have the drive to serve, we will teach you the rest. Apply today at joinsjpd.com.
Jerry Rice, touchdown 49ers.
In my pursuit to greatness, I discovered the secret. Dedication to my team and my relentless drive to win. I chose to be in the presence of greatness. Bernardi Zerrata, the official injury attorneys of the San Francisco 49ers, share the same dedication, the same drive, the same spirit of champion. When justice is your goal, choose the dedicated team of Bernardi Zerrata, your faithful injury attorneys.
Girls Hoops takes center stage with a great game played in the NCS Division I title game last March. San Ramon Valley came into the game winning 16 in a row.
Very impressive. Salesian was also having a very strong season and looked to hang a banner with a win in what was a very tight game. Liana Asiasi introduced with her Salesian pride in this Open Division title game against San Ramon Valley. Salesian's Madeline Kanazawa had a terrific game for the Pride. She hits for three there. The Wolves right back early. Annika Lupinik with the steal, and Annika races the length of the court and lays it in. Wolves up early. More Wolves in the second. A nice pass by Sierra Chambers down low to Paige Badiga. The game tight the entire way. Great D here from the Pride's Ava Horrocks, and she goes all the way to the rack. Late second now as the Wolves take a 4-point lead. Badiga for Thriga. But Salesian will retake the lead just before the half. This is Gianna Bernstein. Hard drive into the lane and banking it home. More Pride to the corner it goes for Kanazawa. 13 points in the game for Madeline. Salesian fighting hard in the second half as Asiasi gets the pass, avoids the defender, and scores. Asiasi now a nice bounce pass to a cutting Makaya Asadanya, who scores down low. Asadanya leading the Pride with 18 points in the game. Fourth quarter now as Salesian maintains a small lead. Bernstein scores on the pass from Kanazawa as Salesian wins it by 4, the Pride's 6th NCS title in the past 9 years.
Girls soccer had a great matchup in the NorCal final game last season. The St. Francis Lancers coming into the game with one of the top-ranked teams in the nation.
Yeah, they are really good. The Lancers battling a Carondelet team coming into the game with a 22-2 record and looking to topple the Lancers at St. Francis on March 3rd.
Electric game.
It's only fitting that the NorCal Division I Championship be played by the top 2 teams in Northern California this season. The Carondelet Cougars are looking for their second NorCal title with East Bay League MVP Lauren Kenny leading the attack. Lauren has 27 goals for the Cougars this season. Meanwhile, the St. Francis Lancers are looking for their first NorCal title. Junior Charlotte Kohler is a key piece in the Lancers' starting 11. Charlotte has contributed 2 goals and 5 assists in the Lancers' playoff run this season. Who will win the NorCal Division I Championship? Let's find out in our SunPower Electric game. The Lancers looking to strike first. Landon Matthews shoots one, but Maddie Buckley comes up with a brilliant save to keep the game scoreless. St. Francis with a free kick now. Charlotte Kohler finds Sophie Murdoch inside the box, but the header is just wide. Still no score after 20 minutes. Carondelet trying to break through later in the half, but Lizzie Vanna's shot goes over the bar. The Cougars on the attack again. Victoria Alessandrini fires one, but Lauren Royce gets a vital touch on the ball. Still no score at the half. Second half now when Vranish tries one from long distance, but the shot just goes wide left. Later in the second half, it's Charlotte Kohler's turn on the free kick, but the long distance shot is over the bar as both teams remain scoreless after 65 minutes. St. Francis with a chance to finally break through late, but Penelope Correa's shot goes wide left, still no score with 3 minutes left. But just a few seconds later, Kaya Rosa dribbles past her defender and shoots and scores past the keeper as the St. Francis Lancers win the NorCal Division I title for the first time in program history. Here's Kaya Rosa talking about the team chemistry this season.
I think we're just a family. We bring each other up. We come to practice and work hard for each other. And we had kind of a tough loss at the beginning of the season. And after that, we came back and we realized that we need to work hard and get to our goal, which this was the goal.
In Mountain View with the SunPower Electric game, I'm Adrian Soriano, 49ers Cal High Sports.
Coming up, the best in baseball from last season as De La Salle meets Valley Christian in the NorCal title game.
The NorCal Division I baseball title game featured the much-anticipated matchup between the NCS champs, De La Salle, and the CCS champs, Valley Christian.
Both teams ranked among the very best teams in the nation as they met at Valley Christian on June 3rd.
Electric game.
It doesn't get any better than this. The NCS D1 champs going up against the CCS D1 champs. Tanner Griffith and the Spartans will look to win back-to-back NorCal titles. The St. Mary's College commit went 2 for 4 last time out, including a walk-off to beat Franklin 6-5. Meanwhile, Valley Christian is searching for its first NorCal title. Keep an eye on Quentin Marsh. He will be batting fourth, and he will get the start on the mound. It's the top 2 teams in the Bay Area battling it out for the D1 NorCal title. Number 2, De La Salle taking on number 1, Valley Christian in our second SunPower Electric game. De La Salle scores 2 early runs off wild pitches, but in the top of the third, Hank Tripaldi bloops one out the right center field. Joe McGee scores 3-0 Spartans, but Valley Christian responds in the third as PJ Moutsaritas smacks this ball out to right. It's fair. A bases clearing double for our CCS Baseball Player of the Year, and he's all fired up. All tied at 3. Bottom of the 4th, Carmelo Rivera lines one up the middle for a knock. Keaton Norris scores. Here comes Jordan Ortiz, and he's safe. 5-3 Warriors. Spartans cut the deficit to 1 in the 5th as Hank Tripaldi gives this baby a ride and you can forget about it. A solo shot for the junior, 5-4 Valley Christian. But the Warriors tack on 3 runs in the bottom half, which includes this RBI single by Hunter Fujimoto as Tanner Jones scores. 8-4 Warriors. Jumping to the 7th. Spartans trailing 8-5. Smith Chandler finds a gap up the middle for a base hit to load the bases. Next batter, Tanner Griffith gets hit by the pitch. He's fired up. Gavin Zikria scores. Spartans now trailing by 2. Next batter, Kai Smith works a walk. Tyler Spangler steps on home plate to make it 8-7 Valley Christian. Spartans down to their final out. Bases are still loaded for Hank Tripaldi, and Hank the Tank crushes this ball out the left center, and all you can do is look up and kiss that ball goodbye. A grand slam for Hank Tripaldi, and it's 11-8 De La Salle. Bottom 7, Warriors down to their final out. Here's a grounder to Smith Chandler, and Smith records the final out, and let the celebration begin. Back-to-back D1 NorCal titles for De La Salle as the Spartans rally in the 7th to beat Valley Christian 11-8. Recently, Hank's mother passed away due to breast cancer, and this outstanding athlete just had the game of his life. 3 for 5 with 2 homers and 6 RBIs. This is what he had to say after the game.
Whenever we're down in the 7th, all we want to do is win each pitch. Just win the first pitch, win every single pitch. And, that's what we did. As soon as I hit the first one, finger goes right in the air to her, right up to Mom. And then she's always on my mind. I love her. She was the most amazing thing that was ever in my life. And I do everything for her now. Everything I do is for my mom or my friends. Just most important people in my life.
In San Jose with the SunPower Electric game, I'm Jake Vanderbrook, 49ers Cal High Sports.
Coming up, what we have in store for the new year after this.
But first, here's this week's training tip by our good friends at the Rikus Center.
I'm Andrew Havili, and today's training tip is a rear foot elevated lunge or a Bulgarian split squat. Ashley's going to start with 1 foot on the ground, 1 foot on the box. You don't want the box too high. You want the box about 12 inches, right? And then she's just going to go down and up, keeping the front heel on the ground. And on the way up, she should be squeezing her glutes. It's also a great hip flexor stretch. Make sure the chest kind of comes down as she comes up so it doesn't hurt her back.
And that's 49ers Cal High Sports presented by U.S. Bank for tonight. Thanks for joining us for this very special edition in the year end.
I know, that is it. And we are excited for what's to come in 2024. We have Oakland Tech making a run through league and through playoffs, and it's going to be a fun time.
Yep, back with the winter season league sports next week. We'll see you then. I'm Robert Brownstein.
And I'm Aubrey Tolliver. Thanks for watching. Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel and check back every Sunday night.
And watch us every Sunday night at 6 and 10 p.m. on NBC Sports California. We'll see you at the games.